All right, let's get started. First up this morning, 3-bedroom home in the Big B, Dallas, Texas, priced at $349,900.
This is a great house. It's a historic home, and it's just minutes from downtown Texas. Very convenient. It's a 2-story, 1927 brick house that sits high on a commanding corner, and you actually get whole city views from that front balcony you're looking at right there. The living room spans the width of the house, and it's anchored by a stately fireplace. The dining room has French doors, crown moldings, and gleaming wood floors. I think it's a pretty dining room. I love the French doors where they have it. The kitchen has an accent wall of Chicago brick, which for some reason is very popular in Dallas. It's actually recycled brick from Chicago, go figure, with a breakfast room on one side and professional appliances that you can't quite see here, but they're on the other side of this wall. The fenced backyard is really a suburban paradise. I mean, that's a whole house in and of itself if you want to live outside in that great climate, with multi-level wood decks, brick pathways, and mature pecan trees that you're looking at right there. Great house.
Almost like having a park in your backyard.
You gotcha. Nobody can come in unless they're invited.
All right. Nashville, Tennessee, 3-bedroom home there in Music City, priced at $350,000.
And Nashville, as you call it, Music City, is great. But what's good about this house, it's a 1920s cottage, and it comes with its own modern recording studio. So it fits right in. You wouldn't know it from looking at the house. It's actually sizable once you get in the front door. It's within walking distance to a lot of the trendy shops, cafes, and bars. And there's that bright and sunny office, just a spare room with crown molding and wide baseboards. The living room has exposed brick, vaulted ceilings, black wood floors, which really, I actually reversed that. That's the office, and we just saw the living room. But the black wood floors are throughout, and it really gives this whole place, which is an old house, a really modern, hip look. I keep having to remind myself it's from 1920s. The open kitchen has cherry wood cabinets and concrete countertops. They're quite fashionable, very hip, looks like an expensive kitchen. It's not. They just have very good taste. And how about the recording studio that comes with this house?
Wow.
It's big enough for a full band, a grand piano, and also has a separate vocal booth. I mean, this is a house that belongs right there in Nashville.
All right. Barbara's going to cut her next album then.
I doubt that.
Let's get to east of Binghamton, New York. 4-bedroom home, priced at $365,000.
This is a 4-level contemporary home, very different looking, refreshing in its own way, on a secluded wooded lot with creek frontage. It's 4 stories tall, designed by a famous architect in that part of the country, and it looks almost like a greenhouse for sophisticated adults. Every window you're looking at trees. I just think that's the coolest place to live. I gotta believe it would be relaxing. It has pale oak floors throughout the entire house and lovely trim. Look at the height of those ceilings. Everything in the house is meticulous. There's a wood panel spiral staircase between the floors that connects the house. It almost becomes the heart of the house. You go up and down those stairs all the way through the four levels. The living room has exposed wood beams and mountain views. The kitchen has blonde wood cabinets with tile floors and unusually low wainscoting. You catch that on the left-hand side? It's a trick on the eye to make the ceilings feel taller. Those are only 8-foot ceilings, but you get a whole different impression with that wainscoting. And the family room has a pitched roof, built-in bookshelves, and it also has a beautiful stone fireplace. What's wrong with that house?
Nothing wrong with that.
You betcha.
Okay, we're going to stay on the east. Milton, Delaware, 3-bedroom home, priced at $379,000.
Milton was once a Victorian shipbuilding village, but today it's filled with a lot of new houses, and that's one of the prettiest houses there. That house is only a few minutes from the beach on Delaware's eastern shore. It's a new classic Cape Cod, perfect green lawn. I mean, you can mow that lawn for the next 5 years and be smiling the whole time. I mean, it's worth it. It's a perfect green lawn. And it also has an entryway with soaring ceilings and skylights, which give you a really big bang on that first impression. There are dark wood cabinets in the kitchen, plus a big dining area that opens onto a big back generous deck. There's a shot of the living room. Look at the height of those ceilings, how clean and beautifully designed that house is with those extra tall windows. Makes that room even feel bigger. So as I mentioned a moment ago, there's the kitchen. It's an expensive kitchen, dark wood cabins. To my eye, it looks really handsome, yet modern. And out back, there's a screened-in porch with open views of more rolling hills. You'll see it through that window, and you'll see it again in the backyard. If you could only take a peek over that railing, you have rolling hills as far as you can see. Your neighbor, the neighbor behind him, and the neighbor beyond him.
And then quickly, we've got Tucson, Arizona, very different home, 3 bedrooms, $395,000.
And this is a territorial adobe brick home.
What's territorial?
Territorial is a style, meaning it's only in this area that you actually get that terribly flat roof with the notches on top. So it's just this area's style of architecture. Not well known, but people there love it. Inside, I love that Vega beam and rib ceiling. That's what it's called. I don't know why it's called that, but anyway, that's what they call it. And I love the tumbled brick floors. That's a very different kind of a look, and it just works. It looks like you'd be comfortable and it would be quiet there. There's a great shot of that open living room with the glass doors that open onto the back patio. There's also a kitchen that feels, I think, both neat and cozy with its accent brick floors and its nice adjacent dining area, big enough. And the sunset room has a beehive fireplace. It's actually one of 2 fireplaces in the house, and breathtaking mountain views. You have a peek of them there. They're from every window in that house.
That is spectacular. Barbara, thank you.
You got to buy one of these one day.
I'm okay if you'll go in halvesies with me.
Oh, no way.
Barbara Corcoran, thanks so much.